issues on Diane Ruben. What are you going to do?
This is the one, Your Honor, that me and Danny talked to you about. This is the one where you've already had the hearing, and it's a matter of what to do with her, whether to put her in prison or to let her on probation, whatever we need to do. I mean, the problem is every time she keeps assaulting. So what do we do? Yeah.
Well, if y'all can't come up with something, I can.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it has to be. You have to make a decision on this to do something.
I know that the court was wanting us to, we were asked for pen time. We already had the hearing, and then John was asking for
Leaving. Yeah. So, probation, so it's up to you.
And we've got.
She has no family support.
Yeah.
We're just afraid she's gonna, and the problem is she has nobody to go to if she gets out. And then I don't know that prison is a great place. We gotta go.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's like there's no good solution to this, Your Honor.
Gets out, she's gonna hit somebody.
Prison or probation is not.
What we have is just.
That's all we have at this point is this too.
Heads they win, tails you lose.
Yeah.
But I've got 2 cases of motions to revoke
Right.
probation and 2 new SIPs. So we got to move those
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Well, we've already had a hearing on the motion. She's not here because she's kind of unruly, and so until we got, if you want to bring her on Monday, we can bring her Monday, and we can do it Monday. I think that might be the best thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. Reset for Monday.
I mean,
on
that's when we have prisoners come over.
Ruben's cases.
Let's just
Okay.
let you make the decision, Judge. That's all we can do.
That's. That shall be done.
Yeah.
Then. So who has these Kimmler matters on Smith?
I believe that's Daniel, Your Honor.
Daniel Boy?
Are you on Bryce? No. With,
That's Jim,
it's Jim.
No.
Yeah, and I
I can do the.
I think, Mr. Smith is in federal custody, Judge. You're gonna have to get him.
Yeah, he's.
Okay, so Smith's not here. Jason Smith's not here, so how long are we gonna get him back? What will it take to get him back?
Yeah, I'm unsure.
What do I reset it to?
Did we set it for 3 weeks to see if we can
I'm
get
gonna
him?
reset Smith 3 weeks. 3 weeks and hope that the feds can get him here. Thank you.
Yeah, Jimmy just told me earlier that he was in the Fed, so we're gonna have to do paperwork to get him.
Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, what are we gonna do with Rex Powell?
I sent the paperwork, Judge.
Ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Rex Powell, thank you.
And Judge, this is one, that Powell and I had approached about.
Who?
Rex Powell, this is one that Kyle and I had approached about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
He was. I don't know if you want to mute or go off the record, but he
well,
was.
whatever happened 2 weeks ago, I've forgotten completely about, and it's erased from my memory, and I refuse to even go back and even
Okay.
try anything like that.
Perfect.
So what were you gonna do if I said that? So you have a backup plan?
Just let to get today done.
Are you Rex Powell?
Yes, sir.
Come on up.
Yes, sir.
Judge, we've reached an agreement on this case and have sent the paperwork.
Hey. Does anybody know where my coordinator went? She would have everything.
You need a coordinator for your coordinator, Judge.
Well, we're coordinating that.
That's the problem.
What was the agreement?
It was to place him on straight probation instead of deferred so that the restitution can be paid back. There's a significant amount of restitution in this
I know,
case.
but somebody shouldn't be just dangling that as the carrot. Hostage because there's so much to be paid back. I mean, that's sometimes
Reagan's
there's just
also
not anything can be done.
indicated that he has people to help him get back on his feet, and
He does, that's correct, Judge. Last time, or this time as well, Mr. Ray
Well, I
Harvey
mean,
has showed up in support of.
Donald Trump or anybody like that, that's going to take somebody with some money, right? How much money are we talking about?
The restitution amount is $32,500.
Yeah, how's that going to get paid back? Because we know he's helpless right now.
He will have jobs to work with Mr. Harvey. He's got jobs lined up with him. And he will be working those jobs in order to pay his restitution back. He also has a place to live that.
How much can he pay? I need to know some certainties if I'm going to do this, because I'm going to hold him to it. If he fails, we'll put him right back in. But that's the way you deal with it, is that you got a lot to lose by not honoring your commitment and your promise. But the promise has to be made. What is it? How much can he pay back?
You know, you're.
Come on.
I can leave for, I'm just, 500 a month or more. Was my goal. That
I want your goal. What's realistic?
500 a month.
And then if you can pay more, then. he
So,
can-
and what's the restitution total?
$33,500.
Okay, well, that's 60 months, right?
Yes, that's
And
correct.
hopefully more per month. That's
That's
just,
5 years. Yeah. How long are we gonna put him on probation for?
He was just put on deferred probation.
I know. What is the regular gonna be?
The regular is gonna be 10 years. So an additional year, it would have been 11 total. Because his probation can be extended for up to 10 more
Can I
years.
put somebody on probation for more than 10 years? I don't think so. I don't think the total probation time can be, but that's not a problem, right? Yeah. That's a problem in the future. Maybe. But he sounds like he's trying to pay it back.
I'm
As soon as he
assuming.
can.
Yes,
Problem is you admitted to being a thief, and you know it's hard to say, okay, whatever you say, we believe you. I mean, you've certified yourself as a thief by swearing documents that said you stole them. All right, here we are in 21-38457. The state of Texas versus Rex Allen Powell Jr. That is you, with your attorney, Ms. Minaldi, and the state's attorney. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand.
Yes, sir.
In summary, this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation states that on December 9th, 2024, what's that, 10 months ago or so, that you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for the third degree felony of theft. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
This is allegation 3.
that's correct, Judge.
States you failed to provide verification of completing the theft prevention class, which was in violation of condition 26 of your deferred adjudication order. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and based upon discussions with your attorney, and because it is indeed true?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a valid, voluntary, and knowingly made plea of true to one or more terms of conditions of probation violations, that is enough to grant a motion to revoke probation? Your probation can now be revoked, and you can be sentenced to no less than 2 nor more than 10 years 10 years
Yes,
in
sir.
prison.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Yes, Your Honor.
I find you were pleading true voluntarily. you understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true.
Yes, sir.
An agreement's been reached where you would be, your probation would be revoked, you would be found guilty, sentenced to 10 years in prison, and that would be suspended for 10 years. Restitution is owed in the amount of $32,500 to
Elvin Rutledge.
Elvin Rutledge, who is not the complainant in this case, but is the proper recipient
Yes, sir.
of the money. Is
Yes.
that, everybody agrees to that? All right, if I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead again to this allegation? True,
Yes, sir.
and you're pleading true voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
and because it is true as it is alleged.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm going to show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Discuss it with your attorney. Is everything true and correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 1 tendered into
No
evidence.
objection.
Without objection, it's admitted. Among other things, this states you are waiving any right of appeal if I follow this agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to do that. State's Exhibit 1 is part of the record for all purposes. Anything else to add?
No,
I'm going to make the findings that there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation, to grant it by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, as the defendant has voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently pleaded true to allegation 3, failing to provide verification of completing the theft prevention class, which is in violation of condition 26 of his deferred adjudication order. I find that to be true by a preponderance of the evidence or greater. Thus, your deferred or unadjudicated probation is hereby revoked. Earlier in this case, you pleaded guilty voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understood and appreciated the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted at your initial plea hearing to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 10 years. That term of confinement shall be suspended. We're placing you on regular probation for 10 years. There will be terms and conditions of probation, which are normal and customary for this type of offense. However, what needs to be read into the record clearly is that restitution is still owed in the amount of $32,500 to Elvin Rutledge, the recipient victim in this case.
Your Honor, and just to clarify,
Hold on. The court will order that you, as a condition of probation, must pay a minimum of $500 per month, which will be applied to the restitution. Now, you've got other fees and terms that need to be paid as well,
Yes, sir.
but 500 needs to be set aside every month to go toward restitution.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
just to clarify, the complainant stated in the indictment is the same person that this restitution is paid for. It's just using his middle name and not his first name.
Okay.
Probation has his full name. Just wanted to make that
Okay.
clear.
They're both Rutledges, but the surnames, the Christian name, the first names were different, and I thought they were different people, but they're not, I guess. Interesting. Okay. So is the record clear? It's the person who we've named, who happens to be the complainant in the indictment as
Yes, Your
well.
Honor.
Even though it's named a different name, we're using apparently first and middle names
That's
in each
correct.
of these two situations, which are different as in most people's case. If not all. Anything else on this?
No, Judge.
Okay, that is all. Thank you. Dale,
Okay.
Jordan Dale, Don, John, Don. If you were John Don, you wouldn't have any problems.
What's that?
John Don.
That is.
Isn't he a martial arts expert?
Van Down.
John Van Dam.
Yeah.
John Clark.
I'm sorry.
John Quad, oh, yeah.
All right, now,
You know, I'm gonna make his references, get it right.
Yeah, he can take care of himself.
Not me.
Yeah, he knows how to that guy knows how to take care of himself.
Toughest dude to come from Belgium that I've ever met.
John Claude. John Claude. Van Dam. I haven't seen or heard from him lately.
He's still putting out stuff, so
Movies.
Oh, he made a lot of money.
it says
Everybody
Don
likes
West, who is a Class A actor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even an F actor.
No, John plays a lawyer.
I play a
on
lawyer
YouTube.
on YouTube. Exactly.
Okay, serially, 24 CR 1311 is called Jordan Emmanuel Dale. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Jordan here.
What are we doing?
It's he's playing true and to some of the allegations. And
Is there an agreement?
There's no agreement.
Oh, okay.
The agreement we had is that he was pleading to
Pleading to it, yeah.
substantive offense.
Yes.
Because I called off my witnesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The defendant is present in this cause number 24 CR 1311, and his attorney, Mr. West, is present, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any statement you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand, sir. In summary, this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation states that on August 29th, 2024, that would be a year ago, over a year ago, that in this court, criminal district court, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for the third degree felony of engaging in organized activity. Allegation 1 states you committed the offense of unlawful use of a motor vehicle on or about January 2nd, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, which was a violation of condition 1 of your deferred or unadjudicated probation order, which states that you shall commit no offenses against the laws of this state or any other state or of the United States. Is this allegation true as it is alleged?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true to it voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and based upon discussions with your attorney? Did you discuss this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And this is your choice.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a knowing and voluntarily made plea of true to one or more violations of probation, that's enough to grant the motion to revoke probation by a preponderance of the evidence or greater? Your probation can be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced to no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true to that?
Yes, sir.
I find you were pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true to this motion to revoke probation.
Yes, sir.
All right. There is no agreement, right?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Then the defense can go first. What do you suggest we do?
Your Honor, if it's okay, I'll just call him as a witness and we'll
Sure.
try the way. Okay, Jordan.
He's already sworn in.
Yes, Your Honor, yeah. And you just pled true to the allegations, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're not trying to say you didn't do what they're alleging, correct?
Yes,
Okay. But while you've been on probation, besides these allegations, how do you feel that you've been doing?
I feel that I've been doing good. I know I made a mistake and I own up to my mistake and I take full accountability of it. I feel like I can complete my probation and get it done with and, go about my business. I feel like I did everything, but everything I did was statutory. I was paying, I was, reporting, I was passing my lawyers, so that's how I feel.
Okay. That's what I'm getting at. You feel like you've been doing really good on probation, except for this new charge that you've had.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you caught up to on all your fees?
Yes, sir. I think I'm probably like a couple months behind, but.
Because since you've been in jail.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But before you went to jail, you're okay.
Yes.
As far as community service, all the classes, everything you're supposed to be doing, you're up to date on that, you believe?
Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, since you've been in jail, you're behind on that, but when you went to jail, you were up to date.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everything going good on probation.
Yes, sir.
You were checking in like you're supposed to,
Yes, sir.
doing everything you're asked to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as far as these new charges go, you're gonna face them and take care of them when the time comes for those, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you didn't want to waste this court's time anymore, wanted to be done with this, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And what are you asking the court to do in this case?
If I can get a chance to address that, go to ISF or anything I can do just to, stay on probation and get this out of the way.
Okay. So, and that's what I'm getting at. You're also willing, if the court wants to send you some kind of treatment program or something, well, first of all, if he decides to do that, you can't say no to it because it's his call. But you're willing to do that and willing to do whatever it takes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're going to cooperate with the probation department and do whatever you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
This incident happened on January 2nd, 2024. Yes,
Yes, sir.
it was at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes,
Yes, sir.
at the Rolling Brook Apartments there in Baytown.
Yes, sir.
You were arrested not only for the offense that you pled true to, but also for evading detention with a motor vehicle.
Yes, sir.
At the time in which the officers responded to this, you were in that Kia Optima trying to move out of a parking spot without the lights on, basically just trying to avoid being detected, correct?
Yes, sir.
When they went to stop you, the officer saw you, you made eye contact, but yet you put the car in drive and tried to reverse out of there and avoid the officers where the evading came from, correct?
Yes, sir.
But they caught you within the apartment complex, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
Because you were trapped. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But for whatever reason, Harris County chose not to charge you with the evading, but the truth is that you're arrested for that. It's actually what happened. And all this was at 4 o'clock in the morning when you weren't even supposed to be anywhere near that location. You're supposed to have been at home, abiding your curfew.
Sir.
You were placed on probation for engaging. Wasn't that also because you were involved with others about burglaries of vehicle?
Yes, sir.
So you're telling this court that even though you got arrested and charged with it here in our county, given the opportunity to get probation, that you quote unquote learned your lesson by going to a different city and committing the same offense?
Yes, sir.
So one more time, Mr. Dell, why should we put you back on probation?
Because I know I can complete it. I made a mistake.
That's not a mistake, sir.
And
Or explain to him why you think that's a mistake.
I feel like it was a mistake because it was a poor decision I made. I was wrong for it and I take full accountability, but I know I can make my position.
I don't have any other questions, sir.
Go ahead, Jeff.
More often this way.
Can I see the pre-sentence
I
report?
was looking for my copy. My nice probation officer has it handy.
Thank you. Stand by, I mean, peruse. For a moment. You have anything showing a probable cause affidavit on this new substantive offense that he's pleaded true to?
In all fairness,
Because I don't
Judge,
have anything in my file.
because I had this officer available to testify, I'm going to hand you his report. He's the main one. He was the one I was questioning.
How much was paid back on restitution, by the way, if anything? From probation, do we know?
Yes, sir. Nothing has been credited to the probation. I'm sorry, to the restitution. There's been a total of $704 paid. But I will amend it for it to go to restitution. If you choose to continue.
I had that officer and another officer on standby to come prove up these accusations, Judge. Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring this other officer judge who details how to have the pin Mr. Dell in order to take him into custody. It also indicates the search incident to what was in his possession. Although it's not alleged, it's certainly of note too.
Looking at the earlier pre-sentence report, which shows the defendant was convicted in January of 24 for burglary of vehicles. Convicted on June of 24, illegal possession of a controlled substance, and convicted in June of 24 for illegal possession of marijuana. And whatever happened to that July 9th, 2019 illegal carrying of weapons case out of Ascension Parish, Louisiana?
He has, three,
Where? They know where he is.
I'm sorry, 2 active misdemeanor warrants and 1 felony warrant. Ascension Parish.
In this report, it states that in that Ascension Parish, Louisiana case, the court proceedings began in 2019, at which time the defendant was arraigned and pleaded not guilty. However, he failed to appear for court on several occasions thereafter, resulting in a bench warrant being issued in 2021, which remained active. So he's got that going for him. Okay. Thank you. Here's this.
Thank you, Judge.
And then right. I'm looking at a Baytown Police report dated January 2nd, 2025. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Which involves the matter allegation number 1, the defense pleaded treatment as motion to revoke probation. Let's see. I observed the subject attempting to drive off. Due to the positioning of Officer Peaks and my vehicle, the subject sideswiped a silver 4-door Cadillac before driving off towards the west side of the complex. The subject evaded about a quarter of a mile inside the complex, but was cornered near Building 2 and an emergency exit gate. He again attempted to make a way around patrol units, but was pinned in by Officer Peak and myself. Officer Peak used his vehicle to pin the front of his vehicle, and I pinned the front wheel well area. I exited my unit, threw down on the suspect who was moving to the front passenger seat. He began exiting the vehicle through the front passenger window, but was met there by Officer Peak, who took him to the ground. He was then handcuffed by Officer Mitchell. A backpack was removed from the subject. He was searched by myself and Officer Mitchell. I later learned that the vehicle subject was driving was a fresh stolen vehicle. I later contacted the registered owner of the Cadillac, and she stated she wants nothing to do with the vehicle. The vehicle was registered to her, but was brought to her brother-in-law, who has since sold it. Completing an inventory of the subject backpack and found 3.8 grams with packaging of marijuana. I submitted for disposal. And the remaining items were submitted for safekeeping. Also, 2 pairs of shoes, 1 speaker, 2 cell phone charging cords, 1 vape, 1 Apple AirPod, black Apple iPhone with scratches all over it, 1 black Apple iPhone with a broken front and back, a screwdriver, and purple cotton sack with coins.